It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Hey, lot of broken promises I've been waiting on. Lot of y'all been hating, but that's the way it go. People I used to run with trying to play me. No matter what they do, can't let them change me, no. Can't even start my day, somebody feel away. Last night I signed some paperwork, today my life a chain. Can't even celebrate, this shit must come with older age. I'm about to reach for bigger heights, somehow I feel afraid. Shut down my phone for some peace of mind, I just need some time for me and mine. Seem like all I do is hit the street and grind. Dollar after dollar facing scrutiny, just got this LSC. This music shit ain't what it used to be, I thought it was a dream. Had a vision for my team, wrote the movie picture perfect, now they got me cutting scenes. Plus my girl, she want a ring, I can't lie, man, she deserve it. From the lines to the left, she held me down while facing serpents. It get deeper than the surface, down the stress, but weighing deep. Gotta switch up all my sheet, cause I've been sweating in my sleep. Know my karma gon' be sweet, reading comments, clear my conscience to the beast. They say I'm sowing what I reap, so now them commas come in peace, hey. Lot of broken promises I've been waiting on. Lot of y'all been hating, but that's the way it go. People I used to run with trying to play me. No matter what they do, can't let them change me, no. Lot of broken promises I've been waiting on. Lot of y'all been hating, but that's the way it go. Women I used to love them try to play me. No matter what they do, can't let them change me, no.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this Friday, March 20th. It is your boy's birthday. Yes, indeed. 37. I ain't afraid to say it, man. Nigga out here still living. I'm blessed. Living my best life. Being an entrepreneur. Talking to y'all about this thing that I love, this hip hop shit, man. I am incredibly happy to have made it to this point. When I was younger, I didn't even think I would see 25 based on, the stigma in our community and all that dumb shit that we get trained upon. But we still here, In this video, we're going to be getting into J. Cole. He's got a new interview out with Apple Music. He sat down with Nadeska. And, it was just announced maybe a week or two ago that J. Cole was going to sit down on some platforms and have some sit down, some one-on-ones and answer the questions that the people want to know. I want to go ahead and at least give J. Cole a salute for that because he doesn't have to do it. He sold hella records, did what he needed to do. The fall off is incredibly successful, regardless of the mixed reviews or the online reviews that he's received. I was critical of the album myself. But nonetheless, he didn't have to sit down with anybody, right? Him and Cameron, they have an active court case because Cam got tired of waiting on the opportunity to have a sit down with J. Cole. He felt like it was never going to happen. So he said, yo, I'm going to go the legal route because you first didn't give me the verse I asked for. Then you say you'll do an interview with me. The beef happens between Drake and Kendrick. And now I can't really get an answer. Right? So that in itself could have turned the nigga off from even wanting to speak on shit. But album's been out, is doing its thing. They came out and said, yo, throw some names out there. Let us know who y'all want to see Cole sit down with. He gonna choose blase blah. This is the first. Sounds like the first of a few, by the way. Now, I haven't sat down and watched the entire hour 15 of the conversation. I am going to. But immediately, soon as the video went live, social media has already caught on to the fact that he, sat down and addressed the beef. That's what everybody want to hear from J. Cole. What was your mindset in the beef? We saw you on stage. We saw the apology. Can you walk us through that moment? Can you walk us through where things went and walk us through where you stand today? Okay? And because of that, I've decided to not watch any of it. I did do some fast forwarding and shit just to find the exact moment where they address it in the interview. Salute to somebody in the comments that was able to give a timestamp. So I do want to get his roundabout thoughts and ideas on this situation. He also has a new song out on Mike Will Made It's album called OFG, I believe. I'll check that out in this video as well. Unfortunately, it's gonna be copyright claimed. So come join us on patreon.com/real J Nolan if you want to get the uncut version of that, playing the song, live reaction, and everything. I see on social media that's also caused a stir because he had a line in there about fuck your sympathy Grammys or something like that. I see some people that are taking you know, exception to that line. They feel like it's another dagger or a shot in Kendrick's direction. I haven't heard it myself to know, but I see the line circulating. We'll see. I do think that's interesting timing. And I do think it's interesting verbiage when people already have their narratives. It only further solidifies that. I will be honest before I even hear it. But let's go ahead and pull up this interview and the segment where he gets into the beef situation.
I started to work. This is after Kendrick Drake, Dreamville Fest. I basically had to like just gather myself. First of all, had to like recover. That shit was like, you know, that shit was a big whirlwind of emotions at that time.
Did you have to like meditate, like how you moved through that space? Because that was one of the loudest experiences I've ever had in hip hop. Like just the fallout, all the conversation around it. And I always wondered what was going through your mind.
My part in it specifically, or you mean the overall thing?
Yeah,
okay.
you were just watching, like, because you had come off, you had this dope feature run, you clearly had Might Delete Later already ready to go.
Yes.
We were building up to the fall off. Cole
Yeah.
fans were like, you can't tell us nothing right now, we're outside. And then, so you're on the stage at Dreamville Fest, and I always wondered what was going through your mind in the 5 seconds before you made the apology, the 5 minutes, the 5 hours before. Was it something that you had really thought of and planned?
No.
Or did you get on the stage and felt like, I need to do this?
No, it hit me an hour before.
Okay.
But before that, I was stressing the fuck out but in the moment that the idea came to me, like via God, it's like, oh man, I lifted and I got light and I got excited. I got so excited because, you know, to tell you the 2 or 3 days before that, it was like, oh my, nah, this is terrible, because I felt like I misrepresented myself. You know what I mean? It's like all of a sudden I'm giving life to division and to negative storylines or negative perceptions on somebody that I fuck with and got love for. You know what I mean? Somebody that I like care about. And it's like, oh shit. In my mind, of course, I mean, I could take you back to, we know why that happened in the first place,
right.
But just to answer your question.
No, tell us. See, this is one problem. And I hate to be getting amped up here, but this is one problem I do have with him sitting down with Nadeska. Nadeska is a great interviewer. Nadeska, excuse me, is a consummate professional. She been in this shit damn near 20 herself. I got nothing but love and respect for Nadeska. I'm glad to see that she's still here. But as you can see, she's kind of giving him an out. And he seems willing to speak, but she's giving him the out of not giving us the full scene, the spectrum of the emotions of the beef in itself. Because yeah, we have an understanding or an idea of why it happened. But as somebody who's been lockstep with both of these artists, you've collaborated with both of these artists, you've remained a long-term friendship with both of these artists since you came back. I don't know where the status of that friendship remains on either side today. We would love to know from somebody inside the camp, and it don't get more inside than J. Cole, because again, he was commiserating on both sides of that issue. So yes, we want to know what caused it from his perspective. And again, he said, I could tell you about, you know, but she's willing to give him the out, to like give him the easy way. Like, I don't really want to press the issue. I want to ask the questions, but I don't want to press the issue if you don't want to go there. And it's like, nah, fuck that. That nigga made himself available for this shit. He knew what come with this shit. Push it. Push the goddamn button. I'll digress.
That shit had me feeling terrible, because I'm like, oh my God, like, this shit is nasty. This shit don't feel right. And of course, leading up to it, when I was doing it, it made sense. Actually, I can't really say it made sense, but in a moment where I wasn't clear, like we were just talking about, I chose to do something that didn't align. It's like putting on the fucking outfit, the Versace sweater or whatever. In a moment where I wasn't clear, I chose to go this way for reasons that I could tell you about. But all you need to know right now is like, yo, I felt miserable about it.
Tell us about it. And for those that don't remember the Versace sweater thing that he's alluding to, this is BET Awards. What year was that? 2011, 2012-ish? I can't remember the exact year. No, it was within that time frame. Where the stylist brought him the fucking Versace sweater. He didn't like the Versace sweater or the outfit that they brought to him. But everybody in his camp was like, nah, that's fly. Eve has told this story on podcasts and stuff like that. He didn't like it, but everybody around him was like, nah, you should fucking flex up and go wear the Versace. Like, you made it. You're here now. Enjoy your fame. Put on the Versace sweater. So he puts it on, and there's like 2 or 3 other niggas at the BET Awards with the same fucking outfit on. I think it was Brandon T. Jackson and French Montana, if I'm not mistaken. So his first instinct was, I don't want to wear this shit. That's not me. That's not my vibe. Everybody around him pressured him. Man, you should do it. You should do it. It'll be a good look. Like, da-da-da-da. Boom, 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 as he would say. He goes out, and then he's wearing the same shit as a bunch of other niggas, knowing he didn't even like the shit in the first place. So he likens that situation to now jumping out the window, the pressure, the hip-hop conversation, the homies, the calls, the texts, everything. Like, yo, you got to get this nigga. But in his mind, he like, fuck, I really got to do this? Okay, am I sure? And he wasn't. And we could tell, you know, I shitted on 7 Minute Drill when it first came out because I just couldn't. I don't like a half step in diss record. Don't do it if you can't do it. And that's cool.
Like literally, like my whole demeanor, my whole shit, my wife could tell. And so I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go on the stage and like come out here and pretend. Almost like people think that I'm representing that Mike Delete Later had just dropped. It's the biggest news. Not saying Mike Delete Later is, but just the drama of all of this is the biggest news happening. And I'm coming out as a representative of what the fuck they just heard. It's like, nah.
Yeah,
so an hour before it was like,
bomb this nigga.
Aha. Like, yo, in a very loud manner, you know, in a very public forum on your album, you said some shit you didn't believe in. Now you got the opportunity to go on a bigger forum, you know what I mean? A bigger stage is being live stream and say something that you believe in. And in that moment, I'm like, oh, thank you, God. Like, told my wife, she the only one I told. I ain't tell nobody else. I was like, yo, this is what I'm about to go do. She start crying because she know how I feel about him. You know what I mean? Like, she knows. And she saw how it was weighing on me the 2-3 days before that. She could see in my whole energy. And she would even ask me. And I'm just like, yeah, I got a lot going on right now. Like, so when I go and do it, I felt even better than I felt knowing I was going to do it. I felt like, if you'd have seen me that night, man, mind you, the demeanor of everybody around me.
I was just going to say.
Like, damn, nigga, like my man Barry from since the 80s, you know, he
Shout out Barry Hefner.
Earth Gang, signed Earth
Barry.
Gang, and yeah.
He'll always keep it real with you.
100%, that's my nigga. Like, but he just sitting there like, he like, you a good dude, man. But he's almost disgusted about it. Like, he's almost hurt about it. And if you would have saw me, I'm just like, bro, like, I feel amazing because now the world knows.
I can only imagine how them niggas felt. Cause like, remember 2024 when the Dreamville niggas got online and they started being like, man, fuck everybody. I see niggas talking shit, niggas talking spicy, da-da-da-da-da. Like, I remember when them niggas came online and it was, I'm talking about the niggas that was signed. What was it? Omen was talking spicy a little bit online. I think Boss was talking a little spicy. Jid tried to kind of separate himself just a little tad bit. You know what I mean? Shit was looking a little weird out here, man. I'm like, damn, bro. Y'all know y'all ain't really like that. Like, I understand you emotionally attached. That's y'all captain and he just took one big L. But carrying that energy in the midst of that situation, it only ends up making you look worse. You know what I mean? So I can only imagine what the energy was like actually inside the camp.
How I really actually feel.
But this is what is mind-blowing to me, right? The reaction that everybody had, and we'll talk more like later, especially now a couple years removed, people are still excited for the fall off. It's like shocking that that even happened, the place where we're at now. But I'm amazed that you felt so good after doing that.
Man, I felt
You looked
amazing.
around and you were like, I don't care how upset y'all are.
Fuck. I was so light and like, and because I knew at the end of the day, he heard me and the world heard me. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, if I never say another word on this again, like y'all see where I stand. And it's like, yo, I made in my mind, I made a wrong a right in the best way that I could. Yo, you did wrong. You were in the wrong. I put myself in the wrong. Now, mind you, in my mind, I had like justifications and how I thought it would go and boom, boom, boom. But in reality, when it actually played out, I was like, oh God, that was fucking stupid. And now, how do you make a wrong a right? And it just came to me like an hour before.
I gotta give you props for that. You're a brave person. It's like you said, yo, hip hop is, I love this culture, but it is scary. You know what I mean? The way people will come for you, like personally attack you for things. And the things people said after that were you really just hanging out at a beach minding your business after this?
No. But it was funny because I was actually at a beach just for like a couple days. I went to this little beach spot. And so, but mind you, I didn't know that the I guess a meme or whatever was going around saying that. So people showing me like, bro, this is crazy. Like, you're actually at a beach, but it wasn't. But mind you, to let you know though, because it kind of goes with what we were saying earlier, but I didn't finish my thought. Where it's like, I did what I did, and I felt light, free, like I had did the right thing for me. You know what I mean? I had made a wrong right. However, like, you know, the world, they don't give a fuck about that, and they fucking me up, like in terms of like, you know. They fucking me up, basically, like my name, reputation, boom, boom. And so that was, although like, you know, the lightness that I felt made it easier to deal with. Over time, I don't know how long that shit lasted. It felt like a very long time, but it was like over time I had to process that shit, and I had to get right, because, you know, of course at the time it felt like the right move, and it always felt like the right move. But there were times where the thoughts of like, damn, nigga, you're fucking done right now. You know what I mean? Like, that's what the world is saying. It's over. You know what I mean? Like that shit, not that it like, it wasn't dominant, but it was in my mind. And it was like, it brought up emotions and fears that I had to like sit with and fight. And so a part of my reaction to that was, oh man, I'm leaving out a critical part of the story. Cause
But you got some of your thoughts out on Port Antonio. That was later that year?
Yes, but I'm leaving out a critical part of the story for you in a sense that like you said, I had Mike Dilly later, and I had the fall off ready to go.
Yeah.
And the plan was dropping Mike Dilly later. That shit was Mike Dilly later was always dropping at the spot that it dropped. That was the date it was gonna drop, right before Dreamville Fest. Of course, that song 7 Minutes it wasn't on it. It was the whole album minus that song. And then I had the fall off coming like 8 weeks later, mind you. So it was like, you know,
wow.
I had the fall off coming probably like 2 months after that, right? Here's the asterisk next to I had the fall off coming. I was finishing the album. I was on tour with Drake. And if you would have heard me talk about the fall off probably for the 4 or 5 months prior to almost releasing the album, what you would have heard is me and E both. This is my man. You would have heard us talk about the fall off like this. Man, let's get this shit the fuck out and be done with this shit. Like, come on, bro. We had been working on it for 8 years at that point.
Right.
So we were exhausted and the music was fire, but we were damn near over it. You know what I mean? Where it's like, yo, this shit is taking a long time. It's like, let's put this shit out. And I genuinely thought that I was like done. Like how I feel now, like hella inspired. Like I was not at that point. I was like, exhausted. I had gave everything in my mind. You know what I mean? From the feature run to the off season, to Mike Delete later, to everything that I had done.
Oh my God, that was an amazing time. Just sorry to interrupt, to just be a J. Cole fan. Like you have to know, like, sorry, continue.
No, I appreciate it. I mean, I had the same amount of fun. You know what I mean? Like I enjoyed it that much too. But they hit a stretch right before we were going to put the album out where I was exhausted.
Yeah.
And I talked about the album negatively. Like, no lie. If you would have heard us, like, you see me on stage with Drake, I think I used to do this part in the show where I'd be like, yeah, I've been working on this album. It's almost done. But if I'm like, I've been working on this album so fucking long. You can hear the pain damn near in my voice. But I really genuinely was over it. And I thought I was truly done because I couldn't write shit. There was like 3-month stretch where it's like, I couldn't write a verse, nothing worthwhile. And I had prayed and I was like, God, let me know when it's time. I had did that many times. Like, yo, let me know when it's time. Like, when it's really time for this album to come out and it's really time for me to be done, let me know. And I thought he was showing me that it was time because I was over it. I couldn't write shit. I thought like, yo, I guess I've said everything that I have to say. And here it is, the fall off, and here go Mike delete later, and I'm done. So mind you, what happens, happens. The world is fucking me up. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, they shitting on you right now. Like everything you've built, you know what I mean? Like everything you think you've built is like, yo, they just fucking you up. You catching these hands from the world, basically. And
self-fulfilling prophecy, perhaps. The fall off.
And how do you feel about that? I mean, like, I'm in a good place, so it's like, it's not fucking with me too much, but damn. I mean, I am hearing it. Mind you, not because I'm seeing it. I could tell because at this point I had to even get off my YouTube. Because every other motherfucking video, I just want to watch random documentaries but every other video that I see is like some shit like about me, damn.
This nigga algorithm was fucked up. Damn, that's some real shit. Boy, the algorithm has been rhythmically inclined for sure off that shit. And still is. We're still talking about it today. And the algorithm is still stimulating. But it's funny to see how you wouldn't think that a lot of the things that get said online even come across these people's radar. But these motherfuckers be on YouTube watching shit too. And they got an algorithm too.
Yeah. So I had to get off that. But I knew it was getting bad because people were calling to check on me and texting me to check on me. Like, hey, you good, bro? Like,
I would have done the same thing if I could have. Yeah, we were worried.
So mind you, I am good.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking in my mind, like, oh, they must be tearing me the fuck up because people are checking on me like, you know, as if they think I'm in a bad place. You know what I mean? So I'm asking myself, yo, how do you feel about this? They fucking you up. How do you feel about that? I mean, obviously it don't feel good, but you know, can you control any of that? What's happening right now? Nah, I can't control none of that. No. Did you ever come down here to this fucking beat machine right here, make a beat, write a song so that people that you never met in your life, or even if you met them in your life, would say great things about you at all times? Is that why you actually came down here and did that? Mm-hmm. And it was like, you know, I'm talking to myself. It's like, nah, that's not why I did this. Okay. Why did you start doing this shit in the first place? Why did you walk down those steps right there? Thank God my parents let me like play this shit loud. I used to have these speakers loud as fuck. Make a beat on this beat machine. Why did you do that? And why did you sit here and write your first songs and your first raps? Me and my man Sid used to sit right in this room and write on Friday nights. We just come down here and just write. Why did you do that? I did it because I loved it. Like I genuinely like fell in love with doing it. I was so excited about it. Boom, boom. Aha. Next question. This is a conversation I'm having with myself. Maybe in a meditation, maybe after a meditation or whatever. The next question is, aha, you did that because you loved it. Do you currently love this shit right now? Do you currently love it right now? Mind you, that world is fucking me up. You know what I mean? I may be on that beach on that day, but I'm not on that beach like, oh, I'm on that beach soul searching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, why did you ever do this shit in the first place? Oh, cause you loved it. Do you love it right now? And I had to like sit there for a second and go like, oh shit. Oh my God. Like, no. Like, I mean, I love it, but it's like, yeah, you love it, you say, but what are you doing that actively shows any love for this thing that you fell in love with? You don't listen to this shit no more. You don't even fucking want to do this shit no more. Like you talking about this album you've been working on for 8 years. Listen to how you talking about your own album. Man, let's get this shit the fuck out, man, and just be done, man, and just go ride off into the sunset, bro, and you know what I mean? Like that's how you want to put out your last album? Like I say all that to say like that I didn't mention, I should have led with this. But when that shit happened and I did what I did on the Dreamville stage and the world was fucking me up, it was the biggest blessing I could have received. No bullshit, because it led me to this conversation with myself right here where I was like, oh shit. Like, nigga, that's how you want to go out? Like, you want to drop the fall off. You've been working on this bitch 8 years. You want to go out feeling like, oh, man, just get this shit out
Here,
and just
nigga,
ride
damn.
off. Like, that's how, I don't give a fuck how fire the album is. That's how you want to feel about it? You want to feel tapped out and you can't write another verse? And I was like, fuck no, I don't want to feel like that. I was like, well, how do you want to feel? Well, shit. When I put out the fall off, I want to feel fucking inspired. Like, I can go do 3 more albums. Like, I hate how I feel right now. Like, this shit whack. Like, I don't want to be like talking about the album like this or like feeling like I ain't got shit to say. All right, then. So can you control that? Oh yeah, I can control that. Oh, you've been here many times before, right? Yeah, I have been in a space many times where I've had to like light my flame back and fall back in love with this shit. All right, so you know what to do. Yeah, I do know what to do. But this time you got to do it a little different. Like, don't do exactly what you did before. So that conversation was such a realization for me, and it set me on a mission of like falling back in love with this shit. And so too, I know I'm answering like 4 questions ago because I was
I'm with you.
taking a roundabout way to get here. But the reason why it became a double album is because I fell back in love with this shit and my pen got on fire. Like over the course of the next few months, it's like I just became obsessed with this shit. I felt like I was 16 years old. And really what it came down to was spending time with this thing that I love, listening to this thing that I love, listening to artists. I would do this back in the days. Like, if I get in a little funk, of course you're gonna go play Reasonable Doubt, nigga, of course. Like, you done been there mad time.
Yeah.
Of course you're gonna go play Aquemini, of course. You're gonna play Illmatic, you're gonna boom, boom. Yeah, nigga, we know. Man, I was listening to shit shit that I overlooked or never looked at or lifted my nose up to or just never even heard about, you know what I mean? Or heard about, but vaguely checked out.
And this is all hip hop.
All hip hop, for sure. And it was like, yo, you gotta, like, when you was down here, you have to be in love with that shit. What were you doing, man? I was listening, I was immersed. And once I had kids, it's like, yo, I'm not personally comfortable. I'm very grateful. I grew up in this house with my mom and eventually my stepfather, who had no regard for what the fuck I heard or watched. You know what I mean? Like, I got a stepfather who put me on the pot at 6, 7 years old. Thank God I can't do that. Like I can't play, you know what I mean?
Yeah, nah.
Like, I can't play that for my kids. And by the way, Pac was maybe one of the best he played. It was like, you know, he had Ice-T albums, you know what I mean? Cube albums. It was straight gangster rap. And I'm grateful though, because I'm riding to school with Pour Out a Little Liquor playing like every day. I'm 10 years old. I started young, kicking dust, man. Living rough. You watch your mouth around my mama, you couldn't cuss, man. I had that experience. I'm not comfortable yet, and I don't know if it's right or wrong. I'm not judging myself or anybody else for what they do, but I'm not comfortable playing my favorite songs around my kids yet, because the content, you know what I mean, is sexual, is violent, is boom, boom. I don't want
the same. That's why it's so hard when albums drop on Friday and I have to have an opinion Monday.
Yes.
When am I supposed to do that with 2 little kids running around?
There you go.
You know, it's stressful, but.
So I found myself, not to cut you off, but I found myself in a place where music hadn't been an active part of my daily life like it was before I had kids.
I heard that and I love her again.
There you go. That was my life. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't realize that, like, yo, I was so distant from it. And once I came back to it intentionally, and I started taking these, like, you know, 4-day trips to get some solitude, because that's another thing I learned in that experience. It's like, oh shit, I should know this by now because I've been doing it so long. But I realized, like, yo, I'm lethal and at my best when I have solitude.
All right. So as we can see here, Cole is now reflecting on how the album proceeded to take shape after the beef, after the, you know, the onslaught, after the apology, all that drama and stuff like that. But he ended up getting out of his funk, getting back in the studio, immersing himself back into being a fan of hip hop again, going back and listening to albums that he may have skipped on, all that good shit. And then, you know, eventually the album forms into what it is that we received. I think there is another clip where he speaks on Drake and Kendrick specifically. I'm gonna try to find that just for you know, keeping some sort of handle on time.
I mean, is that still on your mind now with the fall off? like out this big three. It's like you've had your relationships with Kendrick and Drake stretch back years. You know what I mean? I don't know what it's like with you guys now.
I mean, first of all, those is dudes that I admire. These dudes. I got genuine love for these dudes. Like, I hate to see the world shit on either one of them in defense of the other. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, that shit is, even saying it out loud is a little silly.
Well, at the end of the day, I'm glad you made the decision that was right for you.
Appreciate it.
You know what I mean? That like you feel good and you could sleep well at night, and then you make an album that you love and you're proud of and has so many dope full circle moments, like Erykah Badu being on The Villas when you sampled her on Too Deep for the intro. Like, that's a moment, you know, even at the end of Forest Hills Drive.
Again, Nadeska, love and respect what you do. That was the right move professionally. But he had more that he was going to say there. You know what I mean? And maybe it was cut. I don't know. But I wish he would have been able to like expound on that piece just a little bit further. You know what I'm saying? Because he's saying, I hate seeing people tear one down over the other or in defense of the other. He said it feels silly even talking about it or mentioning and saying it out loud. But she asked him, you know, where he stands with both of them today. He said he got love for both of them and memories. And I understand that. You know, I've talked about that since 2024, even when Port Antonio came, and we don't have to like rehash that, although it is always a part of the conversation. I felt like I interpreted that song differently than other people. But at the same time, it would have been nice to get a firm stance on where, you know, and not to say he got to go personal, but just a firm stance of like where are things today? Have you heard from either or? Because the narrative is that both niggas ain't fucking with you. That's the narrative. Now, you may not want to correct that narrative. You're not here to speak directly to narratives, but that's what people have been saying, is that both niggas ain't fucking with you. And we've seen him with people associated with both camps on his trunk sale tour, the Honda Civic shit, right? When he was in Houston, he had linked with some niggas that's good with Drake. He went to LA. He literally was out there with Punch and Daylight in fucking TDE Studios, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? So we see that there's still love and acceptance from a certain point of contact. But as far as these two others of that so-called big three, we don't know where that stands, you know? And again, I just hate that Nadeska kind of comfortably gave him those little redirections at very convenient times when it seems like he's willing to speak. Let him speak. But maybe we'll get a more raw outtake from Cole on another platform. This is Apple Music. But I know he said they were looking into podcasts. I don't know what podcast he will pull up to, but hopefully on a less formal platform, we'll get some less formal answers that could kind of piece together some of the other questions that remain. All right. Now let's get to this Mike Will Made It collaboration. And for those that don't know, Mike Will Made It has a new project out that just dropped today. I haven't had the chance to go check it out just yet. But we'll get acquainted with this Cole OFG joint. And if you just joined us, you're not going to be able to hear much of this song on this video on YouTube. Just come over to Patreon. Come fuck with us. The full version will be over there. All right, let's play it.
Yeah.
This shit got a Neptunes-ish feel to it. All right, Mike Will.
Yeah, I don't got no problems. Only opportunities for growth. Life is a what? Fuck a missionary, squeeze a throat. I'm in the cut, cooking up 100.
Fuck a missionary, squeeze a throat. All right, Cole, goddamn.
Throat. I'm in the cut, cooking up 100 keys of dope. On the wave, make the federale seize the boat. Shout to Lionel Messi, he's the GOAT. Only started watching weeks ago. Why they never told me soccer was lit? Thought it was only for crackers and shit. Taught me to dribble a rock and that's it. Compared to what that boy and Bob baby getting, these rapping ass niggas is not even rich. Why they don't
Okay. I was wondering where he was going with this whole soccer shit. Yeah, like, okay, nigga, you been watching soccer. Why the fuck do we care? But he said, I've been watching soccer. Niggas never told me about that shit. They gave me a basketball. Come to find out, these soccer players is getting crazy money, nigga. Niggas talking about rap money, nigga. All right, I get it.
rich? Why they don't put a little bitch in the hood? Why they go smash that little bitch in the wood? Why they try to cancel a nigga like me? I would think they could see my intentions was good.
Okay.
Been a long time since my mentions was good. I need to catch up on Richard and...
Been a long time since my mentions was good. Yeah, nigga, yeah. Cole, man, you be acting so aloof. Your music be telling though.
I would think they could see my intentions was good. Been a long time since my mentions was good. I need to catch up on Richard and Morty. Last night this hater tried walking my section. Low key I miss giving dick to his shorty. Don't blow it up, this is just a recording. My mind
not crazy about his cadence on this song, by the way.
it's like a crime scene and I'm just reporting. Sometimes I feel like ain't shit left to say when I'm 10 projects in and now I'm over 40. Maybe I told every story. Maybe they don't wanna hear me no more. Fuck them little sympathy Grammys. You niggas try hand me, bitch, don't even give me no war. Put me right.
Oh, he said, fuck them little sympathy Grammys. You niggas try and hand me. Okay? So for somebody to be like he's dissing Kendrick, like I saw that online, that's lame as hell. Taken way out of context. Fuck them little sympathy Grammys. You niggas try hand me. Nobody's trying to hand him any sympathy Grammys, by the way. He got nominated, but it was not a fucking chance that he was going to win. Just being honest. But the clarity on that line is like super easy. Like, come on, man.
More. Fuck them little sympathy Grammys. You niggas try hand me, bitch, don't even give me no war. Put me right back on that list that had Pac and Biggie by Marley, Snoop Dogg and the Locks. And niggas like that who ain't never get props. I'm watching this Vlad interview with Young Jock. He talking, explaining his fallout with Block. Someone call my phone so the video stops. I let it ring out, dog, it don't make no sense. I never pick up, can't these niggas take hits? Stop hitting me, please, I don't wanna be friends. I barely hang out with the ones that I have. Can't go to the club and chase bitches no more. Once that went away, then damn, what did we have? I don't want a record company staff. I'm an artist, not a boss, you know.
I hate this cadence he's rapping in. Gee, I can't tell y'all enough how much I hate this cadence.
People love to take the credit for wins, quick to blame you for the losses though. KG with the Boston trophy, screaming anything is possible. Paul Pierce if you're talking though. I'm all ears like I'm Ross Perot. Please don't misconstrue.
Could have been done on that beat from a nigga like J. Cole. He should have blacked all the way out on that song. Not my cup of tea personally, but maybe it was a favor. You know what I mean? You know, you can't pay niggas at this level to get on your song. So it's just like, I got you, bro. I'm gonna sing you something. And Mike Will like, shit, I got a Cole verse, I got a Cole song on the album, nigga. You best believe if we could get it clear, it's going on that motherfucker. I get it. You know? So, all right, man. I get it, man. Not crazy about that record though. OFG. But as it pertains to the interview, be sure to let me know what y'all think of that and his responses to Nadeska, the way Nadeska handled it, all that good shit. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. Once again, it is my birthday, so any well wishes would be awesome. Any additional, offerings y'all want to give, I'm not asking for them. Those would be greatly appreciated as well. I will see y'all. Got some more content on the way. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and greats unacknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5-6 bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy cause consulting for the stacks I built.